Alio Publishing Group presents The Little Blue Book, aka El Librito Azul, Metaphysics in Simple Terms. Written by Conny Mendez, translated and updated by Alio Publishing Group, and narrated by Alio Voices. Copyright 2023, Alio Publishing Group. Disclaimer: any metaphysical book should be read or listened to many times. Each time it is reread or revisited, it is better understood. However, only that which is practiced remains with us, because that which is only read or heard and not used goes away. Introduction. This simple booklet is written in what this author calls words of a penny. That is to say, in the simplest terms, with the intention of making it understandable to all those who need to know the truth of God and do not have the knowledge with which to digest the texts of psychology and metaphysics, as they are currently written in Spanish. Every time we hear or read something new, unknown to us, it awakens cells that were asleep in our brain. The second time we stumble upon that new idea, we understand it a little better. The cells start working on the idea. Soon after that, light is made in the mind, meaning we accept the idea, adopt it, and put it into practice automatically. This is how we awaken, learn, evolve, and advance. It is not necessary to make superhuman efforts to get things into our heads. It is a natural process. However, we must be willing to reread, and reread again until we feel that what we have learned is automatic. That is all. Carry a copy of this booklet with you in your purse or pocket, or a copy to listen to on your preferred device. Put another one on your bedside table. Reread it often. Listen to it often, especially every time you have a problem. Every time you are faced with a distressing or upsetting situation, whatever it may be, something amazing will happen to you, and that is that the booklet will open on the page you need to consult, and you will think it seems that this has been written for you. Jesus Christ said, "In my Father's house there are many mansions." Metaphysics is one of these mansions. Metaphysics is the study of mental and spiritual laws. It does not interfere with spiritualism, although that is another mansion in the Father's house. May this little work bring you all the peace and prosperity which it has brought to so many others. Blessings to you. Chapter 1. Dynamic Christianity. Before undertaking any trade, the candidate who is going to perform it receives instructions or studies the technique of the same. However, there are those who undertake their task totally blind, without instructions, without technique, without compass, or design, without notions of what they are going to find. It is the human being who sets out on the task of living without even knowing what life is, without knowing why some lives are spent in opulence and satisfaction, while others are spent in misery and suffering. Some begin with all the advantages that affection can devise, and yet they are pursued by a shortcut of calamities. And the human being struggles and conjectures, all erroneous, and the day of his death comes without his having even guessed the truth of it all. Learn a great truth. What you think is manifested. Thoughts are things. It is your attitude that determines everything that happens to you. Your own concept is what you see, not only in your body and character, but outwardly in your living conditions in the material. Yes, it is just as you've heard here. Thoughts are things. Now you will see that if you are in the habit of thinking that you are of a healthy constitution, whatever you do, you will always be healthy. Now suppose you were to change your way of thinking.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?